In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to communicate effectively. So the first tip then is to believe that the other person has a positive intention. You know, often people tell us things, your presentation wasn't that good, or why don't you dress slightly differently, and we immediately get upset about it. From today onwards, how about thinking, what was the intention of the other person? Was it to upset me, or was it to improve the way I'm dressing, or improve my presentation skills? Very rarely do people wake up in the morning thinking, I'm going to make that person feel miserable today. So look for the positive intention. Tip number 2 is to listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Unfortunately, we don't usually use it in the right proportion. So let's listen to what the other person is saying. Tip number 3 is to describe what you see. By that I mean, do you call somebody clumsy? If you call them names, clumsy, lazy, unprofessional, how do you think that other person is going to react? They're actually going to feel as though you're attacking them, and they'll start defending themselves. So instead of saying clumsy, describe what you see. You spilt the coffee on the floor. Instead of saying lazy, you woke up at midday. Instead of saying you're unprofessional, say that you shouted at the client. If you say exactly what you saw, the other person cannot disagree. Provided that happened, of course. Now, tip number 4, match their openness. Often, in another video I'll talk about personality types, but often in communication, 2 people don't communicate well because they have different personality types. You may be able to tell that I'm quite an open person, quite optimistic, and I speak easily, whereas other people are a little bit more shy and reserved. In order to communicate more effectively, we need to be aware of the other person's communication style. So if I'm too loud and vivacious, I will push somebody away and they will feel more withdrawn. I need to tone it down a little bit. And if you're somebody who's quite introvert, maybe you need to be a little bit more outgoing or a little bit lively, only enough to feel comfortable. But that will also make the other person feel more comfortable, and you'll communicate better. And step number 5 is to have an open mindset. Often when we go in to communicate with somebody else, we have a fixed mindset of what we want to get out of the conversation, what we expect the other person to do or to change. If we go in with an open mindset to listen, to match the openness, to understand the other person's point of view, you'll find that the conversation goes better, the outcome is much better, and you yourself will feel much better. Please put these tips into practice and let me know in the comments below how you get along. All the best.